This spot here was an unused part of the block. It was a nice, gentle undulation through to the creek. Beautiful view up to the north, just a big stand of eucalypts. And it's a good crash site for 107R. My name's David. I'm part of the Fewson family. We've been here about 10 years in this beautiful Bundjalung country. We love living here and designed this and helped build it with a lot of mates of mine and my family. We're in Tinton Bar on the north coast of New South Wales and 15 minutes from the coast. Gentle climate, gentle people, beautiful undulating country, which we love. As you come into the property at Yelbaruba here, I've got my daughter and her husband and the two little kids live on the left, and we live up the back, me and my wife, and we have another Airbnb, which is primarily what this place has been built for. The ground house, you come down a nice driveway and it sort of opens up. It's meant to be a secret. I had this vision of a spaceship crashing in here. My whole idea was a Jetson sort of a building, sort of organic. I met a few mates around because we're pretty new to the area, and Jimmy Steele, who did all the brass work here, and a good mate of mine, Waylon, who did a lot of the cabinetry with me, and Benny, a concreter, is another local character, and we had a lot of fun. It's a very simple layout, one bedroom, a kitchen, split up with a fireplace and a bathroom off to the side. It's pretty sparse in there. There's a nice curve in the corner where I feel as though you can sort of, as you're washing yourself, you can get into the back of it and sort of rub yourself around that curve. It works for me. It's sort of like a space I'd want to be in. The bed's meant to look like it's hovering off the wall, which is a bit of a hoo-ha. It's got some steel braces underneath it, but for the most part it looks like it's doing what it should be doing, defying gravity. It just seems to be about right now, I reckon. And Warren can sit down in front of the fire and you can relax in bed and read the paper. The lights in general are sort of very ship-like. Make it up as we're going along, basically, but it seems to work all right. Most of the building makes a lot of sense, but when you go into the bathroom and you look down that view to nothing, it is brutalist, and I really like how harsh and yet soft it is with the garden in the middle of it. Every time you do a build, you get a gift, and the gift in this place was the light, the way it dances around the bathroom and moves through the house. The biggest challenge was these big spans, which is nearly 6.3 metres of each of these windows, and designing to get them to slide. And it's a big part of the build, how you can walk through. It breathes and it does pretty much everything it should do. The cabinetry is all real, there's no veneers on this build. Every stripe is a bit of timber that's been cut. The kitchen countertop out of brass on a timber curved plinth is pretty much like a control panel for the Spaceship. Well, that's how I imagine Spock sitting up there and driving this thing into the side of the Earth. So as 107R has crashed through here, it's pushed up this rock and sort of spun around and facing north, and the propulsion unit of the ship has broken off and landed in the front lawn, which we use as a hot tub now. It's a part of the landscape, which it'll grow in eventually. The whole block will settle. Jane I've had for 40 years, my wife, who I love very much, has created a lot of the gardens around here and worked like a Trojan. The roof was a bit of a thing. I wanted it to disappear. It's sort of a part of the new wild. As a garden, it's right for the place, I think. I love it. I've enjoyed the process with my mates. I've enjoyed the process with my family. I thank all of you. It's been a lot of fun, and I hope everyone who comes here has a lot of fun and be a part of that bygone era that's not here anymore. I think we've achieved it. I think we're there. People enjoy it, and that's what it's all about.